Welcome back, Disney fans, to another magical episode of the Jamie and Stephen Show. Today, we're charting a course to the stars with Disney's Treasure Planet. This 2002 animated gem reimagines Robert Louis Stevenson's classic Treasure Island as a swashbuckling sci-fi adventure with breathtaking visuals. So, grab your space map and solar surfer and join us as we sail through the Aethium on another magical Disney adventure. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Threads at The Jamie and Stephen Show. And if you enjoyed the episode, please share, download, and leave us a review. It means a whole universe to us.
Did you go to the cinema?
No.
No, I didn't.
And the next time I went to the cinema to see something, I believe was either Wreck-It Ralph or Big Hero 6.
Okay.
So, yeah, this era of Disney was not for me.
No. Well, I wrote down a couple of the films that came out the same weekend. We've not really talked about this actually in a podcast episode before, but they have 2 times of the year that they like to release films. So you've got summer, beginning of summer, like June,
So the
and
school holidays.
November.
So
Now, there's
Christmas
been the odd
holidays.
occasion where they've released December and January,
Mhm.
but consistently, I think since the 80s, it's been either June or November. Well, June, obviously, for summer blockbuster, and November for the Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah.
That's what they did with this. They released it on the Thanksgiving weekend, but it had stiff competition.
Mm-hmm.
I always wonder if film companies ever get wind of what's also going to be released that weekend. And if they did, why they never changed their release date. Because if they had the opportunity, they should have changed the release date of this. So it went up against Die Another Day, the James Bond film.
Okay, yeah.
Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
Okay, so the second one.
Yeah. And Santa Claus 3.
Okay, yeah.
Now, they were all released that weekend, but also in the cinema at that time was Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers.
See, I did go and see the Harry Potter films.
Yeah, well, I was going to get to this. Holly and my mum was in London to see the Harry Potter. And my dad took me to see the James Bond. So that's why I never saw Treasure Planet. Yeah.
I think also James Bond is very much it's one of those things. It's like Star Wars. You have to go and see the Star Wars film.
Yeah. So yeah, it opened on a very difficult weekend. IMDb synopsis?
Yeah, go for it.
Jim Hawkins is a teenager who finds the map of a great treasure hidden by a space pirate. Together with some friends, he sets off in a large spaceship shaped like a caravel on his quest.
I hate everything to do with that.
Yeah, it's not a great synopsis.
No.
I mean, that doesn't even sound like Treasure Island.
No.
Awful. What was yours?
Disney makes another version of Treasure Island, which is inferior in every way to the Muppets Treasure Island.
Yeah, we are Muppet Treasure Island fans.
Yeah, I need one of those little signs. What is it like? Argue with me.
Yeah. It's 1 hour and 35 minutes.
Way too long.
Yeah, too long. It's got 7.2 stars on IMDb.
Too high, should be switched.
I believe
podcast.
The rating when it first came out was 5.9, but as time's gone on, it's increased the rating. Now, I only know this because I watched a few things on YouTube about the film. And this diehard fan of the film managed to track down the original score on IMDb, and like they put a screenshot on. So yeah, it was originally 5.9, but over time it's gained stars and is currently at 7.2.
Yeah.
It cost $140 million, which was the most expensive animated film at that time. Also, they chucked $40 million just for marketing. So in total, 180, but it only made 109.
Yeah. Wasn't that a worse percentage than Black Cauldron? I'm going to say it is.
Yeah, quite possibly.
No, I'm just going to say it is.
I
I've
don't
changed
have the notes
history.
in this notebook, so I can't confirm, but
I'm changing history right now.
That's like a 70 million loss. Whereas I think Black Cauldron was like a 20 million or something like that.
Obviously, it depends on percentage of the budgets. I can't remember now, but I'm going to go with the fact that Black Cauldron was more successful.
Okay.
Because it makes me feel better.
But yes, there has been many adaptations of this.
Yeah.
This is Disney's third adaptation. You've got the live action that Walt Disney made in 1950, and then you've got the Muppets Treasure Island in 1994 or 1995, I think it was.
96.
Was it 96?
I don't know, because I went to go see it.
Mid-90s.
Yeah, it was after.
Mid-90s.
I definitely saw it after like Toy Story, because that was my first film in the cinema, I think. I had to go and see that 6 times, Muppets Treasure Island.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because I went and then my nana wanted to go, then my great grandma wanted to go, and then my nana was like, "Oh, I enjoyed it so much. I'd like to have seen that a second time," so I had to go again, and then I went with friends, and we were constantly watching that film.
We rented it. It was when it came out to rent, and my mum had it for the whole weekend, and we just rewound it and then put it on again.
I was the only kid in my family, so it was like, you're my excuse. It's like,
yeah,
seeing this film, we have cabin fever. I get it.
Oh, you loved it.
I did love it, actually. So going back in time, roughly the same time, actually, as Muppets Treasure Island, a few years after, I'd say, the production and development of the film took roughly 4.5 years. However, the concept was originally pitched by Ron Clements in 1985 at their Gong Show.
Yes.
So the year of Black Cauldron.
Yes, the year of Black Cauldron.
Can't believe I'm mentioning Black Cauldron that many times in this film. I don't want to drag the legacy of Disney's 25th coming. Ron Clement and John Musker also pitched The Little Mermaid. And obviously, The Little Mermaid was picked up because Michael Eisner knew that Paramount Pictures was developing a Star Trek sequel with a Treasure Island angle, which went unproduced. So, what you said earlier about, I wonder if companies know what's being released. Obviously, Eisner used to work for Paramount. So, and I've actually been reading a lot of things with Eisner. So Hollywood Studios is a pinch. MGM, when it was the MGM Studios, was a complete pinch. There's a lot of things that he pinched from elsewhere. So the fact that he was bothered about this is like, well, nothing else seems to bother you stealing from other companies. So after the release of The Little Mermaid, the idea was pitched again in 1989, but the studio still didn't want to do it. Then after Aladdin, the idea was pitched again. So Ron Clements and John Musker wanted to make this story, this film.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, this was definitely a passion project.
Yeah. Now, Jeffrey Katzenberg basically said he just wasn't interested.
Yeah.
Didn't want to know. At this point, I think he's heard it like 3 times. He's like, no, No.
Yeah.
So Musker and Clements went over to Roy E. Disney,
Mm-hmm.
sold him the idea,
Mm-hmm.
and he went to Michael Eisner,
Mm-hmm.
who said, "Yeah, I love that idea. Let's go and do that."
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of back and forth. Like,
Yeah.
but this is this era of Disney down to a T. Like
Mm-hmm.
everyone's kind of backstabbing each other.
Yeah.
So basically, in 1995, the contract for Clements and Musker was renegotiated, and they was allowed to produce Treasure Planet, but only when production on Hercules had finished.
Yeah.
You're looking at your pad as if to say, "I've got that fact."
No, I'm just making sure that, you said all right.
Oh,
Do you know what I did write down though? Is that apparently Katzenberg was interested in them doing a film called Princess of Mars. Did you read that?
yes, I did get that.
And then
Um,
I looked into that. And when I found out what that was, I couldn't believe it. I'm definitely putting the book on my reading list. But yeah, did you find out what it ended up being?
no, no. All I know is that they were working on another film, and I'd read Princess of
Oh,
Mars.
yeah. So obviously that didn't happen and I don't know why. I couldn't find out why that never developed because it was an animated film. It was not a live action, but they kept a pin in it for some reason. And that's what that John Carter film is. Do you remember that?
Yeah, well,
I've not watched it because I heard how bad it was and what a
yeah,
massive flop it was.
that film was in development hell for years. I think even
Yeah.
Walt Disney tried to get it off the ground.
Okay.
I
Well,
think that,
I'm going to attempt to watch that John Carter now that I know what it is. I mean,
yeah.
it might not be that bad, she says.
And swiftly moving on,
Yeah.
one of the things that Musker and Clements said that the delay in production was a bit beneficial because it allowed better technology with computer graphics to kind of
Yeah.
do better camera angles. So we'd already
Mm-hmm.
seen it in their Aladdin on the magic
Mm-hmm.
carpet,
Yeah.
so and the castle as well. So principal animation for the film began in the year 2000.
According to Conley, the producer, Clements wanted to create a space world that was warm and had more life to it than you would normally think of in a science fiction film, as opposed to the stainless steel blue smoke coming from the bowels of a heavily pipe laden treatment of science fiction. In order to make the film fun by creating more exciting action sequences, and because they believed that having the characters wear spacesuits and helmets would take all the romance out of it, they created the concept of the Ethereum, which is a way for outer space to have atmosphere. And then the characters could be designed with their 18th century clothing, like what they would have had in the real book, and not have to wear silly spacesuits.
I
So
think
I
I'd have
thought that was
liked.
interesting. And one of the things that I liked about this version, which we will get to later. Oh,
Um,
Stephen, that face.
yes, I will say that the actual design, which we're going to look at now,
Uh-huh.
I did like.
Yes.
I did like the design. Ron Clements said that he'd like the overall film to be a 70-30 split. So that was 70% traditional animation
Mm-hmm.
and 30% sci-fi. He applied that throughout the whole film. So that was
Yeah.
one of the things he looked at with music as well as
Mm-hmm.
the animation. There were 16 animators assigned to Jim Hawkins,
Right.
and 12 were assigned to John Silver.
Which is weird because you would have thought John Silver would have had more.
Well, it's because of the cyborg elements, which are all
Okay.
computer animation. So, and I'm going to read this out because I thought I'd get it wrong if I did it off the top of my head. In order to test how a computer-generated body part, specifically John Silver's cyborg arm, would mesh with a traditionally animated character, the crew took a clip of Captain Hook from 1953's Peter Pan and replaced his arm with a cyborg arm.
Yeah, I saw the clip. It's actually really good.
Did you? Oh, I haven't seen it. I
Yeah,
didn't know it
I
was out
watched it on
there.
YouTube. It's very good. There was 3 pencil tests, and the
Hmm.
final one was all cleaned up. And yeah, very good. Because as well, Hook's got long fingers anyway on the one hand that he has, and
Yeah.
it's that hand they replace with the robotic arm. So the long fingers just matched perfectly.
Animating supervisors are Glenn Keane for John Silver and John Reaper for Jim Hawkins.
Mm.
We haven't really mentioned them in our podcast yet.
Well, Glenn Keane is, I mean, he's up there with Andrea Deha
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned. I mean, he's been with Disney since Fox and the Hound, I think, maybe
Yeah.
even just before then. I think we did mention him previous because didn't he work on the Bear? I think that was one of his first things is working on the Bear in Fox and the Hound.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Oh,
then
you've got
he
good
goes
memory.
on. Yeah. And then he's on Basil. He's on Oliver. Obviously, he does Ariel. He
Yeah.
does The Beast, Aladdin, Tarzan.
I think we've got our nomination for the next Jamie and Stephen show here, Disney Hero Award.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he is a good one. And his daughter is also an artist. And sometimes they do things together online and like,
Okay.
yeah.
I should have a look. One thing that he said that he did, though, just a comment I've got on this, was he didn't like looking at previous portrayals of a character as he wanted to clear his mind of stereotypes. However, John Reaper said that he based Jim Hawkins on James Dean and a little bit on Braveheart,
Okay.
which
The James Dean, I kind of see in certain looks, but
yeah, loosely based, I think that might mean. The animators took a technology called Deep Canvas, which was developed for Tarzan, and came up with a process called virtual sets. And they created a 365-degree set so they could animate the characters on top. It is one of the things that I found jarring because obviously this is a new kind of experiment and used to that extent. But yeah, I found that quite jarring. I could tell what was computer animated and what wasn't.
okay. Funny, that's some of the original critiques it had when it came out. I was reading like past reviews of when it first was released, and that was one of the critiques.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah,
I don't read critiques even
that
about new
was
films. So
yeah, and weird because I
yeah,
didn't find that didn't bother me. In fact, I liked that they combined both.
I wonder if
But
because we're more used to seeing it,
maybe,
and because you watch more modern films and TV
yeah,
programs, whereas
yeah,
I'm still stuck in the 70s.
yeah. Well,
Um,
if the audience hasn't already realized, the directors, writers, and producers is Ron Clements and John Musker, because I didn't
who's
mention
that?
them before. I don't think we need to go into,
Who they are. I mean,
yeah.
go back to the 80s and just listen to all of our podcasts
Yeah.
and
And I mentioned the other producer is Roy Conley, and he goes on to produce Big Hero 6 and Tangled.
oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So
And the
he's learned.
screenplay is written by Rob Edwards. He took great pride in his screenplay. I mean, he's even interviewed for like behind the scenes. So, and there was none of this like a team of 20 plus. It was just John, Ron, and Rob. So
It
yeah,
sounds like a band from the
it
60s.
does, doesn't it? Right, the cast.
The cast.
So I've written it as who we see first. I've done it in that appearance order.
Oh,
I know,
look at
just to,
you. Mix it up.
mix it up.
Yes.
So the narrator
Oh.
is voiced by Tony J, who we have previously had in Beauty and the Beast and Hunchback of Notre Dame. Can you remember?
Beauty and the Beast. He's Frollo, isn't he? I know.
Yes, he's Frollo, and he's the
asylum guy.
yes that wants to
Yes.
lock Maurice up.
Yes.
Yeah. Jim Hawkins is
Yeah.
voiced by Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Oh, there was an awakening with him.
oh, bless you, Stephen. People will know him from 500 Days of Summer, which apparently is a cult film. I've never seen it, but it's got fans. Third Rock from the Sun is what put him on the map. 10 Things I Hate About You. And he is Jiminy Cricket in the live-action remake of Pinocchio.
I don't actually know where I know him from. I just know him. Wasn't like a Disney person, was he? Like in
No.
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 Well, either way, I've seen him on he did something. He did some kind of music video or something like that. And yeah, I saw him. Might not have been a music video, he might have just been in a film with his top off with songs in the background.
think you might have seen him in, I'm sure he's in a Batman film. It might be the Rob Pattinson one. So if you've seen that, you would have seen him in that.
Oh no, I'm talking about years and years ago.
Oh, yeah. Right. Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, he's
well, I mean, he was like a
popular.
teen heartthrob. So it was probably 10 Things I Hate About You.
Maybe. I mean, to be honest,
Heath Ledger.
He was replaced by Chris Hemsworth, shall we say.
Oh, okay. Oh, really?
Yes.
They're nothing alike.
No, but
okay. Oh, okay.
You know, variety is the spice of life.
Okay. Oh, I thought you were going to say, oh, because there's a greater chance of bumping into Joseph than Chris. Because Joseph's only in America, whereas Chris is all the way down under.
Down where? This podcast has got warm, isn't it? So it was actually Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who said that. So normally you just come in, you record your lines, and you go. But he actually wanted to record his lines with, and you'll get to the actor's name, but he wanted to record it with John Silver.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And it was his request.
Well, I also wrote down that Tom Cruise, Michael J. Fox, Anthony Michael Hall, and Jared Leto were all considered for the role of Jim Hawkins.
Yeah. Thief.
Sorry.
Put that piece of paper
I'll let you do
there.
the next one.
Might not.
I thought that's what you were going to say. I'll tell you what, we'll redo it and you come in with that fact.
No, I'm all right. I've got loads of facts. So,
Okay. Okay. Sarah Hawkins, his mum, is voiced by Laurie Metcalf, who she's done loads of voice work, loads. But her big break, I think, was Roseanne, as Roseanne's sister Jackie, and she even is in the revival, The Connors. She's Andy's mum in Toy Story.
Yep.
She's Sheldon's mum in The Big Bang Theory.
She's in Desperate Housewives.
She is in Desperate Housewives, yes.
She's the one who shoots. She was going to shoot Edie Britt, and she traps them all in the mall, the shopping centre, and Lynette's there, and the woman who checks up with Tom years ago. And she dies. Spoilers. One of them dies. There's blood. Oh. It's a good episode.
But yeah, she's also Lewis's adopted mum in Meet the Robinsons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She's
in Scream.
The scientist woman that's there at the science fair.
And she's in Scream
And she's
Is
in
it
Scream
Scream
2.
2? That's it. And she's
Yes.
like, it's not
She's
Billy
been in
Loomis, it's the
loads.
other one. Yeah, she's done everything.
Yeah.
Okay. You wait until I tell Luke all of this. His mind
Okay.
is going to be blown.
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 Yeah.
I'm going to tell him to listen
And
to this podcast.
even more crazy is that obviously I mentioned she's Sheldon's mom in Big Bang.
Mm.
So in the Young Sheldon series, her daughter plays her character.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And you know what? They really do sound like each other.
Do you know what? I might have to pause recording while I go and shout all of this.
Yeah, amazing actress. Amazing, amazing.
I did read actually that a lot of people in this film have all done, like, they're all linked, but outside of the film. So, like, I think some of them have done like Frasier, and others have done Frasier, and then
Yeah.
they're all linked, like in
Yeah.
that kind of way. So,
Well, speaking of Frasier,
oh
so Dr. Doppler is voiced
yeah.
by David Hyde Pierce, who is Fraser's brother.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have to steal that one from you.
And he's also the stick bug in Bug's Life.
Mm-hmm.
He's in Down with
I,
Love, and he is currently playing. Now I can't remember the first name, but it's it's an HBO series about Julia Childs, a cook, and Sarah Lancaster is
oh
playing
yeah,
her, and he's
yeah.
playing the husband.
We watched that. We liked that.
Yeah, I like her. I've seen the film with Meryl
Mm.
and Stanley Tucci, and that was
Oh,
good.
I've not seen that. No, I've seen the TV.
But I did hear of this because apparently season 2 is about to start. But we don't have HBO, so I've not seen it yet.
I think it's Now TV and HBO.
Oh right, okay.
Because that's where we saw it, Now TV.
Right. Yeah.
So other streaming services are available, like Disney Plus, for example. Sorry,
Yeah.
Bob. Just on
Um,
that one, the character of Dr. Doppler was written with David Hyde Pierce in mind, and he was given a copy, sorry, of the Treasure Planet script and sketches of the character and whatnot, whilst he was working on Pixar's It's a Bug Life. And other people considered for the role, you make a guess? No? Hugh Grant?
yeah, maybe, yeah.
No.
No,
And
okay.
Jeff Goldblum?
Oh, no, he would have been good.
No. Yes.
He would
Yeah,
have
as soon
been
as I read that,
really
I was
good.
like, oh.
Because I don't see how that character is based on David Hyde Pierce. There's nothing really, like, don't get me wrong, he's fine, but I
I
wouldn't
think
have
it's
said,
because,
oh, yeah, you can totally tell it's been written for him.
you see, the thing is, in the original book, the characters merged. It's
Yeah,
Squire
he's like two
Trelawney,
characters put together.
Squire Trelawney and Dr. Livesley. In my
Mm.
head, I'm just thinking it's Fozzie Bear and his finger.
I know.
I'm like, no, it's not Fozzie Bear.
Is it Mr. Thimble? No.
Yeah,
It is it?
it's yeah, like that. It's like Fozzie Bear.
It's when they turn around and say, who hired this crew? And they all look at Fozzie Bear and he just points to his thumb.
Yeah. Oh, do you know what? I think we should give up on this one and just watch and Muppets
Just going to
Treasure
watch
Island.
Muppets Treasure Island on.
Hmm.
Oh, anyway. Right. John Silver, voiced by Brian Murray. Never heard of him, didn't recognize him. He's a theatre actor, South African.
Okay.
And he apparently had a role in Law and Order, 30 Rock, and The Good Wife. But I did read that despite his massive success in the theatre, he wasn't so successful on small or big screen.
This is his first voiceover, because I read that this was Joseph Gordon-Levitt's first voiceover, and it was his first voiceover. So when they were working together, it was kind of like that support for each other.
Yeah.
Next,
Did you want to mention who was considered?
I don't have that. I'll let you take that one.
Oh, well,
And if it's not Patrick Stewart, then I'm going home.
no, I was shocked actually because he actually would have been. Do you know what? He would have been a good Doppler. Dr.
Yeah.
Doppler. Yeah. Christopher Plummer, Jim Broadbent, Miguel Ferrer, Sean Connery, and Jack Palance all auditioned for the role of John Silver.
No. No.
Okay.
None of them. None of them. And you want to know why? Because none of them are Tim Curry.
Okay. Right. Captain Amelia is voiced
Yeah.
by Emma Thompson.
Yes. I'm starting to not like her performances
Okay.
because
You
everything
don't
that
like her
I
as Mrs. Potts, though, do you?
know, and I think when she's in the Bridget Jones films, don't like her in that. She did
She's not in the
something.
Bridget Jones.
She is in the Bridget Jones's Baby. She's the midwife.
Oh,
Didn't
oh,
like
right.
her in
Okay.
that. I'm just starting to think it's nothing to do with her because I'm sure she's an absolute diamond of a person. She's if you wanted me to watch a film, don't put her in the in the trailer.
Okay. Well, in case people do want to watch her, she has been in Sense and Sensibility, which I'd probably say put her on the map film wise. Like this was our breakout role, Hollywood and everything. Yeah, this definitely. She plays Professor Trelawney in Harry Potter.
Yeah, I didn't like her in that.
Nanny McPhee.
Yeah, I didn't like her.
You wrote that actually. And Love Actually.
The character of Captain Amelia was developed for Emma Thompson.
Yes, I read that.
She was pregnant at the time, and she actually says that she loved playing the action role because she didn't normally get to play those roles, and she didn't have to trim down for it.
Yeah.
Also, her dad does the magic roundabout, which I think is the best thing about her. Sorry,
Okay.
I'm sure she's a lovely person, and if she's out there listening to this, she probably are a lovely person. Let me know.
No, I've seen her interviewed. Actually, I've just recently seen her interviewed, and no, she does come across as really nice. And she was part of the group that came out of.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, she's in like Alfresco and stuff like that. Yeah, don't like her.
I don't know what alfresco is. No, but I was going to say the group from Cambridge that
Yeah.
was Hugh
So
Laurie, Stephen Fry,
Stephen Fry.
Ben Elton.
Yeah.
She started off in comedy, and it's writing she does as well. So
I was just saying, Phil, she's a lovely person.
yeah.
In fact,
Yeah.
if she wants to have coffee with me, I'll have coffee with her.
Okay. But you just won't watch her.
I think she's got a niche,
Okay.
and I'm not keen on that niche.
Okay. Fair enough.
And she really shouldn't do a British accent as Mrs. Potts.
She is British.
No, but she did a British accent. Anyway,
Right.
I think tip top. I think we should move on to the next one now, dearie.
Yes. Mr. Arrow is voiced by Roscoe Lee Brown, who we've had before.
Okay.
He voiced Francis in Oliver and Company.
Oh, fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he also had a guest part in Will and Grace. Mr. Scroop. So this is like the baddie number 2. And he is voiced by Michael Wincott. He's one of those actors that hates Hollywood and what Hollywood stands for.
Okay.
And so he's very picky with the roles that he goes for when he is auditioning. But the roles that I've seen him in, he is so good, and he is such a good villain. He's got the look and the voice, because that is his voice. That's not put on. That is how he sounds. So he's in the Three Musketeers, Disney's Three Musketeers with Kiefer Sutherland, which I love. I might actually watch that tomorrow. The Crow.
Oh, okay.
And the Kevin Costner Robin Hood.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Men in Tights.
No, not Men in Tights. He's good at playing those roles.
I will say that I liked that aspect, that character, only because there's a book from H.G. Wells, I think it is. I can't remember now, but it's called Men in the Moon, First Men in the Moon, and there are insects in the moon, and basically it's what this character is.
Okay.
And I liked that concept. We're going with the whole space and sci-fi thing. Whether they
Uh-huh.
meant it to be that or not, I don't know, but I liked that.
Yeah.
Moving on.
And Ben is the last one,
Yes.
who's voiced by Martin Short,
Hmm.
who people will currently be watching him in Only Murders in the Building. And he was in Santa Claus 3.
Santa Claus 3.
Played Jack Frost.
Yeah.
Other people will know him from Father of the Bride. He plays Frank, but he's been going for years. Yeah, he has a distinctive voice.
Yeah.
Takes 55 minutes for us to see this character, though.
Well, in the original Treasure Island, Ben Gunn, as in Ben Gunn's Island, School
Uh-huh.
that's you don't see that character until kind of towards the end, to be honest.
Okay.
It kind of appears.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, he's the Miss Piggy character.
Yeah.
She doesn't appear for Miss Benjalina Gunn.
Yeah.
God, I love that film. If there's any
You
moral
can
to this
tell.
podcast, just don't watch this and watch What is Treasure
I
Island.
know. Any more about who was up for grabs for the parts?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well I've got so for Mr. Scroop, Steven Tyler, Mark Hamill, Brad Donriff, Goran Vishnik, and Michael Richards were all considered for Mr. Scroop.
Right now, Mark Hamill,
Uh-huh.
Long John Silver.
Yeah, when I read his name, I thought that.
Yeah.
I thought he could have been Long John, not Mr. Scroop. I love Michael Wincott's voice. It is like a villain voice.
Yeah.
So it really does suit this part. Whereas Long John Silver doesn't need a scary voice. He needs a welcoming voice because he's like he double crosses. He's like
Yeah.
And Ben, John Ratzenberger, was considered to voice Ben. Can you remember who he is?
Yes, yeah. Name a Pixar film.
Yeah. So that is the cast.
So I have a few about the characters.
Okay.
At the beginning, when it's Captain Flint doing the narration,
Yeah.
it was originally going to be Jim Hawkins narrating the story,
Okay.
but they scrapped that because it was too dark, apparently. So there's a bit where Morph steals Jim's boot, and in one shot, it steals it from his left foot. No, it's his right foot, then it's left foot, then his right foot. So the animation's not really
okay.
keeping on there. And for Long John, this incarnation of the character never uses the nickname Long John Silver.
Yeah, it's just John Silver, isn't it?
And I don't think his full name is ever mentioned. I think it's just it said Silver it's in the credits that it's called John
I think
Silver.
Silver is what's used the most, not even John. It's just Silver.
So music.
Music.
Yeah.
Not that there is any good music in this.
And now we've got to pay royalties.
Music, oh my God, so underwhelming. It's such a shame. Right, so we only have 2 songs officially. Although Ben sings Yo Ho Pirate's Life for me.
Yeah,
Actually.
yeah, I did have that as a little
But yeah,
fact.
so
Thanks
we've
for that.
got I'm Still Here and Always Know Where You Are,
Hmm.
both written by Johnny Resnick or John Resnick, who is the lead vocalist for the Goo Goo Dolls band. So I'm Still Here is in the scene, the montage scene. So when Silver takes it upon himself to work Jim really hard so he doesn't notice what's going on. And during this scene, we're seeing flashbacks to his childhood.
Yeah.
And then Always Know Where You Are is end credit song.
I think that Jim Hawkins should sing that song. It really bugged me that he didn't sing it.
Mm. I don't know.
That
I
was his
know.
Hercules moment. I can go the distance.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it needed him to sing. That wasn't what bothered me. The song just didn't give me goosebumps. It just didn't have the effect on me anyway.
No,
But
no,
I
no.
know that a lot of fans, especially new fans, particularly like this scene and love the montage with the song, and they think it's quite an emotional moment. But no,
Each
yeah,
to their own. Each to their
yeah.
own.
I know at the time that this kind of music was what was in the charts. So I know
Yeah,
why Disney chose to go down that particular road. And obviously Goo Goo Dolls had had that massive hit from the that Angels film with Meg Ryan and Nicolas Cage. And, that kind of music was in, Nickelback and all that, Avril Lavigne. Like, I
yeah,
only know because I was listening to that.
yeah.
Right. So the score is James Newton Howard again. So we've had for Dinosaur and Atlantis. It's still
Yeah, I think he should
not
stop.
as good. It's still not as good as Dinosaur. He
No,
really did top himself with that one. But this is so much better than Atlantis's score.
there's a bit where an electric guitar starts playing. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's when they're kind of like loading onto the ship and whatnot. I'm sure
Yeah.
it's around that point, and it's
Yeah.
this electric guitar, and it's really
Uh-huh.
prominent. I really liked it. And then you said that one of the roles was with Steven Tyler. I
Yeah.
can't help but think if they'd have got someone like Steven Tyler to do the song
Yeah.
and link it in with that electric guitar,
Yeah.
it would just be a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Or yeah,
Well, you mentioning that electric guitar, right? Now, you hear that bit quite a few times in the film. Every time that bit came in, it was very similar to another song I know. And I was wondering if maybe he was influenced at all by it. I kept wanting to sing on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond.
oh no.
Yeah, honestly, if you go, listeners, trust me, if you go back, watch the film, when that electric guitar comes in, the tune is so similar to that song. So I'm
What's the
wondering
song
if maybe
called?
he looked at maybe old sort of anthems to get that inspiration from, maybe from when the time that the book was written, to get maybe
Yeah,
a piratey feel, but without using obviously yo
yeah,
ho,
because
a pirate's
you're
life from me.
although Ben does think that.
Although, yeah, Ben does sing it, yeah. So that is music. Tick.
What I found, because a teaser trailer in April 2002 was released online for this
Oh,
film. Yeah, we're in that era.
yeah. Well, I had MSN Messenger in
Yeah,
2002.
well, look at you. And then the teaser trailer was shown before Spider-Man and Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, online first.
Wow.
The film had its world premiere in Paris.
Yeah, random.
Why not? It was the first major studio feature to be released in regular and IMAX theaters simultaneously. And it did so because Disney thought it was up against so much competition that this may draw the audience in.
Right.
Anyway, it was released on VHS and DVD in April 2003, and it was in Blu-ray in July 2012. It had video games. So there was multiple video games released. There was Treasure Planet Battle for Procyon, which was PC, and then Sony released two Treasure Planet action video games, and then there was a Game Boy Advance game, which was based on the film. There was a series of games collectively called Disney's Treasure Planet Training Academy, which was released in 2002. And in Disney Heroes Battle Mode, you can play as Jim Hawkins, Captain Amelia, and John Silver. So, with that year, Treasure Planet and Lilo and Stitch both premiered in 2002, which means this is the only time that Disney has had more than a sole film nominated to the Academy Awards for Best Animated Feature. So there was this, Lilo and Stitch. Guess who won?
Neither.
Spirited Away.
Yes, that's right. Oh, it's good. It's good, actually.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's that Studio Ghibli.
I've heard of it. That's as far as I've got. And it's the only traditionally animated Disney animated canon film from the early 2000s that does not have a direct-to-video sequel. And it was going to. Before it even got to cinemas, Thomas Schumacher said that there was going to be a direct-to-video sequel, which already had storyboards and a story and concept and a script when it was cancelled. In the sequel, Jim Hawkins and Kate, his love interest and classmate at the Royal Interstellar Academy, must team with Long John Silver to stop the villainous Ironbeard from freeing the inmates of Botany Bay Prison asteroid. Gordon Levitt and Murray were set to reprise their role as Hawkins and Silver, and voicing Ironbeard was Willem Dafoe. There was also going to be a TV series, but that was also cancelled. I always talk about anything to do with the Disney parks. It sometimes features on firework displays. There is a submarine voyage ride, which is in Disneyland, California. So you won't get to see this one unless you make a little detour.
No.
And basically, they were going to revamp that as Atlantis: The Lost Empire. Because that film bombed. They decided we're going to do it in Treasure Planet. That also bombed. So they decided that in 2007 it was opened as Finding Nemo Submarine Voyage, which I've been on, and it's all right. I've just got a few random little facts just to kind of mop up. It's the fourth Disney hand-drawn animated film not to feature any musical numbers or any characters singing. The first three are The Black Cauldron, The Rescuers Down Under, and Atlantis: The Lost Empire.
What about Bambi?
What about Bambi? Yeah, that's a good point. Thank you, Disney.
Yeah, there's songs, but nobody sings it. It's just April Shower and the birds singing. Or would that count? Because the birds are singing there.
I don't know. Know. You mentioned that it was the third Disney film to adapt the story of the novel. The famous song Dead Man's Chest from the original Treasure Island is not used in the film, although Disney had the rights. A plush version of Stitch can be seen in Jim's room. And I watched this literally before we started recording and I missed it.
Oh, dang it.
The letters in the name of the ship, the RLS Legacy, means Robert Louis Stevenson Legacy.
Oh.
Which I thought was quite a nice little nod. And Doppler at one point references Star Trek's Dr. Leonard Bones McCoy with the utterance of, "Dang it, Jim, I'm an astronomer, not a doctor."
Right.
There are Star Trek fans saying you've said that wrong everywhere. Patrick McGoohan, it was his final role before retiring from acting. And I
Yeah, he
believe
plays
I
Billy
wrote,
Bones.
yes.
Yeah.
And that is my last fact.
Thoughts? So we're going to get to that bit now.
Yeah, go on then. I've done all my facts.
Okay. Right. So it's one of those films very much like Brother Bear and Atlantis. When I see pictures from it, or artwork, or clips, or merch, it's like, oh, yeah. And when I go to watch it, I want to like it
Mm-hmm.
because there are things in it that I do find attractive. Straight away, the fact that this story in particular has been done to death.
Yeah.
I get that Ron and John were clearly passionate about doing this. And maybe if they had done it way back when they originally pitched it, then it wouldn't have felt like, oh, this has been done to death.
Yeah.
But having been given the green light not long after the Muppets version as well, just seems so bizarre to me. Because I've seen the story so many times, I know what's going to happen. No matter what little changes they make in regards to character development or the setting, I still know the ending.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not excited. But whereas the likes of, if Finlay were to sit and watch it, which he won't, I have tried a few times. He did watch little bits today, and towards the end, he managed to sit and watch the ending, but then asked me loads of questions because he hadn't seen it from the beginning. But I have asked him about putting it on before, and he's always refused. He's had the opportunity to watch it, and he'll choose other films over this. So, yeah, even though it would be a new story for him, he's not willing to watch it yet. I did mention earlier, I did like the deep canvas and what they did with that. And I liked the combination of the 2D and the 3D. That wasn't an issue for me, but I have read that it was an issue for a lot of critics and you. I do appreciate their attempt at modernizing this story. The changes that they did make were fine. I don't think they did anything that ruined the story. I think they still kept all the good ingredients from it. I liked that they didn't try and include everything. So, like combining those two characters to make Doppler was a great idea. So, making Mr. Scroop a second baddie helped us with still having a baddie when Silver kind of ends up saving Jem,
Yeah.
he's being affected by Jem. So he's like, you don't want to not like him, and you've still got a baddie to dislike.
Yeah.
I liked that they do kill Harrow off. He doesn't come back, unlike in, the Muppets version. I liked that they kept the whole Billy Bones thing short and sweet.
No, that was too long for me.
Yeah, the beginning was long.
Yeah, it took ages to get on that boat.
Yeah, I think it takes 25 minutes.
Yeah, it takes ages. You see, this is Atlantis all over again.
Yeah. Well, and it's like I mentioned that, Ben, I know that he does represent a character that is in the book.
Ben
But
Gunn.
for that character to come in so late, I didn't feel we needed another character. I think they should have just maybe kept him as a smaller bot. So maybe like a handheld robot sort of device sort of thing that acted almost like a computer.
Yeah.
rather than a robot. I don't think we needed a robot. I do like Martin Short, but I didn't like him in this. And his character was just too crazy and a bit nutty, and it spoiled it for me. We didn't need the comic relief because I think we kind of got the relief from Morph.
Yeah, yeah. I did
You
like
know,
Morph, and I liked the way that looked.
yeah,
And
combining like with them mimicking other characters or being cute. Like we got the relief through him. We didn't
yeah,
need it through Ben as well. One of the changes that they did make, and that was Jim Hawkins being a teenager rather than a boy.
yeah.
I think for me, to keep it family, child friendly, and exciting for a child to watch with their mum and dad, I think he should have been kept as a boy. Maybe more 12 rather than 15, 16.
Sword in the
Because,
Stone, Mowgli,
yeah, because that,
Darwin,
yeah,
that
that
kind of
age
thing.
could be a bit more relatable. The teenage isn't going
Yeah,
to be relatable to kids.
no,
And it's not teenagers that's going to go and watch this film.
no, that was one of
So
my things.
I appreciate that they were trying to develop that character and make him, give him a bit more depth by, you know, making him older. And I suppose in the circumstances that he does end up, it would be more realistic if it was a teenager in that position.
Well, that's the thing, like, because you've got a child who, because in the original, he is working in a pub, bar, it's a tavern kind of thing. He's never going to amount to anything. He's a boy.
No.
That's it. That is going to be his
Yeah.
life, and he's probably going to go into crime. He's going to go up to this, and then what happens is something amazing lands in his lap.
Yeah.
He has a treasure map,
Yeah.
and he goes on a boy's adventure. I'm not being
Yeah.
stereotypical or any. This is the original story. He
Yeah.
goes
Yeah.
on a boy's adventure,
Uh-huh.
and he has adults who are trying to manipulate him.
Mm-hmm.
In the end, he gets that father figure,
Mm-hmm.
and he amounts to more than what he
Mm-hmm.
could ever have been. And it's not necessarily because he's got treasure.
Yeah. The voices, like again, I read that apparently that was a critique
Mm,
because none of the cast was anyone that at that time children would have known.
no.
Because even that Joseph Gordon Levitt, the Third Rock from the Sun was not a children's program, even though he was a child actor in it. It is for adults.
Hmm.
Um, and 10 Things I Hate About You was a teenage film, not a kids' film. So kids wouldn't know who he was. And to be honest, his voice really wasn't that distinctive. I didn't think it was anything special. Like
I
I
didn't know
wouldn't,
it was him.
I wouldn't know, oh, that's Joseph Gordon-Levitt's
Yeah.
voice. With that, I've given it a 3 out of 5.
Okay.
It's not a bad film, but it's not an exciting film.
No.
I think you can see that it's Disney. I didn't feel like it didn't look like a Disney film. So I liked that it still had that. And I did really appreciate the modern changes that they made. And I liked that they changed it to spaceships.
See, for me, again, I agree with what you say. If it was made when it was originally pitched and we had an 80s aesthetic, now I've thought about Steven Tyler doing music and voicing a
Uh-huh.
character. This film's never going to live up to that.
No.
Like, we could have had that. And the fact that we get the electric guitar in there, and we've
Mm-hmm.
seen like an 80s comeback over the last
Mm-hmm.
quite a few years.
Yeah,
And it,
thanks to Stranger Things. Yeah.
yeah, and if it had been made then, I think we would be sat here with a different, telling a different story.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, I saw it as computer graphics, and that put me off.
Okay.
Just put me off. I don't like early CGI because it CGI dates very, very quickly. Like, you could put CGI cartoon on from like 2005 and a cartoon from 1930, and the one from 1930 will always look better because it doesn't, although it ages,
Mm-hmm.
it's not dated,
Uh-huh.
and that's my issue with CGI. I like the fact that it was in space. I thought that was a good concept.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I think they really should have gone with that. If you're going to do it, we've around this time we had Buzz Lightyear. We've got that little bit of interest in space with Buzz Lightyear.
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars is happening.
Yeah.
You don't need to kind of ground it too much in the Treasure Island because the only people who will know about Treasure Island at this generation are the ones that saw the Muppet film.
Mm-hmm.
We're not the age group that this film's aimed for. I'd have been
No.
12 when this came out.
Yeah.
It wasn't made for me.
Mm-hmm.
And this could have been a really, really good, unique story film based on that story.
Yeah.
I hated Ben.
Right.
Absolutely hated it. Didn't care who voiced it. Did not care. As far as I was concerned, they were trying to be Robin Williams, and just don't go
Yeah.
near.
I felt that.
When you look at the kind of characters and people who were around at that time that could have been that character, you could have had so many people. The robot just looked like the film Robots, which did have Robin Williams in it.
Mm-hmm.
That annoyed me even more.
Yeah.
Um, the fact that the song wasn't sung by him when it clearly was meant to be his feelings and it felt like it needed to have him singing it, that annoyed me.
Okay.
Emma Thompson, who I'm sure is a lovely person. And again, this is going to make me sound really sexist, and it's not, but because this is such a boy's adventure,
Mm-hmm.
having the captain as a very tomboy female
Uh-huh.
didn't sit with me.
Okay.
If you want to go for the captain being like a very tough, strong woman, go for it. But what you've got is, and I can't believe it was actually written for her, but you've got men's words being spoken by a woman.
Yeah.
There's no reason for that to be a woman with how it's written. If it had
Mm-hmm.
been written differently,
Mm-hmm.
you've got something interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, you've got a woman reading what is written for a man,
Yeah.
and it's just wrong.
Yeah.
So that annoyed me a little bit.
Okay.
Not so much her,
Uh-huh.
although again, she's got a niche, not my niche.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the voices weren't keen on the voices. Didn't think that actually any of them added anything.
No.
It was too slow to start off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. I don't know who said don't watch the Muppets version, but that is brilliant. You got Billy Connolly, he's
Mm-hmm.
drunk, he's making the jokes, doing all of the things. The people come in with a black sword.
Gem, Jemmy, Gem.
And the next thing we've got is the bright and colourful. You're on the boat, you've got the
Uh-huh.
sea behind you, the sky. We're bright and colourful.
Don't forget the sing song.
And the sing song. This film to me was very dark in colour,
Okay.
and apart from the end. So at the beginning, you're in a kind of pub cafe thing and it's chucking it down outside. Then
Yeah.
they do the bright city and whatnot.
Yeah,
And
the moon, the spaceport that was the moon. I loved that.
then we're in the depth of the ship
Mm-hmm.
for what feels like 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Then when you finally get out of there and do something else, you're in space, which is
Yeah.
dark. And it was
Yeah.
like, oh, this could have been which is why I thought if it was like that 80s neon lights, they could have done
Yeah.
something. It was brown. The film was brown. Um, I didn't have an issue with the story itself and the way that they did it.
No.
I have an issue with the way it was executed, which
Okay.
wasn't awful,
No.
but none of it was brilliant.
No.
And yeah, they should not have changed him to a teenager. Full stop.
Yeah.
I give it a 2.
Okay.
This film
No.
wasn't for me. And it's a shame because it should speak to me. It's sci-fi, it's an old novel,
Mm-hmm.
it's yeah, but it doesn't.
I know. Because I ended up looking into what what were the key elements behind its failure.
Hmm.
Because there's a conspiracy theory as well that Disney wanted this to flop.
I can't imagine any studio would do that, but there we go.
And
Unless it's
apparently it's
great.
because they were feeling the pressure to move to CGI. But because they were trying to honor the whole 2D animation, because that's what they're known for, apparently they needed a flop in order to use that as an excuse and say, okay, well, look, clearly this isn't what people are going to the cinema to see anymore. So now we have to go down where everyone else is going, the same road. I don't believe Michael Eisner would approve a loss that big because at this time in particular, he was so paranoid as CEO that he did make a lot of mistakes, which we know from Bob Iger's book.
Yeah.
And he was constantly wanting figures. And he was constantly using people who could give him numbers, predict numbers to him. And that's what he based his decisions on. Because it didn't have a great weekend, the minute the numbers came in from like, I think the Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, so like the first 3 days, he pulled all advertising. So even though they'd spent $40 million on the marketing, after that first weekend, he pulled everything. And the film was left on its own. Now, they did this with Rescuers Down Under.
Yeah. But I don't know why this wasn't left until the summer of the year after.
Yeah, or brought a bit forward. Why did it have to be Thanksgiving weekend?
If this had been released a month earlier in October, I think we'd have seen a different story because people were starting to get excited about those films. I remember at the time, Chamber of Secrets was like, we need to go and see that.
Yeah.
Although I wasn't a big fan of The Lord of the Rings, that being in the cinema, that was like, well, you must
Yeah,
go
I
and
went to see that in the cinema.
James Bond for the adults. Oh, we'll go and see that. It's the
Yeah.
trailers are all around you. You've just come from Spider-Man earlier on in the year and the Star Wars, the second Star Wars. This could have been the little nugget to bridge the gap.
Yeah, and that brings me to the other thing that I read. But the trailer is really criticized
Okay.
because everything that's good about this film is in the trailer.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of things were given away in the trailer, and it would have probably put a lot of people off because they would have watched it and thought, oh, well, I don't really need to see that. Just because it was called Treasure Planet, they didn't need to give away in the trailer that it was based on Treasure Island. They still could have kept it suspenseful or, made you want to see, oh, what's this?
Yeah,
Is this
like
Pirates in Space? But instead, everyone knew, oh, this is just another take on Treasure Island.
which I've just seen a few years ago with the Muppets.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't do themselves any favor, I don't think. But this film in particular is apparently what's blamed for Disney going from 2D to CGI. They blame this for killing hand-drawn animation.
Well, I'll leave you with a little last bit of nugget of
Okay.
information about this. In 2002, when this film was being released,
Uh-huh.
guess who was playing Jim Hawkins in his school play and practicing at this point to the performance in February? Around this time, we would have been rehearsing the bit where everyone gets on the ship,
Mm-hmm.
and the song in the background was going to be Holiday.
Oh my God.
I mean, it must be such a mystery about who that could be.
Oh, I wonder who
Ooh,
that was.
yes. And I had, you know, those combat trousers that had a zip to make them 3/4 length?
Yes.
Yes, that was the costume that
Oh
was
my God, Stephen,
worn.
you were so in style.
Yeah, I know.
Have you got any pictures?
No, no, I have no
Oh.
pictures of
Did
any of
anyone go
them.
and see you in this role
Yeah,
playing Jim? Yeah.
yes, and yeah, I had a lot of friends who went, family
Yeah.
and whatnot, because I did a lot of school plays.
Yes.
Um, there is even not of this one, but there is a recording somewhere of me in a play,
Oh
but
my God, you're gonna have
that
to show me.
that will never see the light of day, I'm afraid.
Oh, you've got to show me.
No, 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 it's on VHS.
Oh, better dust that VCR.
Yeah, so no, no, a long time ago.
Oh, bless you, Stephen.
No, so I was Jim Hawkins.
You
I
were.
was Jim
Oh,
Hawkins.
and you were obviously so disappointed with this one.
Oh, I never watched it. So yeah.
I
Well, on that absolute bombshell of
know.
revelation,
Yeah.
I suppose all that's left to say is join us on Threads and Instagram,
Yeah.
and drop us an email at the Jamie and Stephen Show at outlook.com. Like, review,
Yeah.
subscribe,
Download,
download.
share with all your friends. Anyone who likes to listen to a podcast, share
Yeah,
ours. Give
we
them
should.
that Disney nostalgia.
Yes. And let us know. Let us know. Did you like this film? Did you go and see it? Do you hate it? Are you one of those fans that like it now?
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently, there's people that video themselves like watching old films, and this is one of them that's quite popular. And, so it's got a bit of a cult following now.
Yeah. Share one with us. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Well, TTFN.
Ta-ta for now. Bye.
Bye.